Switching to Biome 5 now. Guides and leading drivers. Fly safely in opposite direction. All clear.
For the health and safety of everyone, eating and drinking are not permitted while in line. Face coverings must fully cover your nose and mouth and be worn at all times while in line and on the attraction. Guests that do not comply will be asked to leave. For the health and safety of everyone, eating and drinking are not permitted while in line. Face coverings must fully cover your nose and mouth and be worn at all times while in line and on the attraction. Guests that do not comply will be asked to leave. Please abide by the queue markings, maintain physical distancing, and use the hand sanitizer dispensers provided. Thank you.
We're that heavy. Well, Jumbo, everyone, my name is Emma. I'm very excited to be your safari tour guide out here through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve for the next 2 whole weeks. That is so much fun quality time.
Yay.
Thank you for preparing for that. A few important safety reminders. Like the warden said, we do have to keep those face coverings up all the way over your nose and under your chin. And then it's also really important that we all remain fully seated out here the whole time. Can't pass kids around on our laps, raise them into the air, or stand up for any reason. That's really important. But we got the final all clear to enter the reserve, so we are getting started here in the little Ituri Forest. It's home to all sorts of different creatures, just like the bongo here on our right in the bushes. There's also an okapi on the far side by the water over there. Just like all of you guys, that okapi is wearing his party pants today. He's got those stripes on his legs. Because of stripes, you might think that he was related to a zebra. He's actually not. It's the only relative in the world to a giraffe. On the left here are more of those bongos. I love them because if you were to pet a bongo, just like you pet a dog or a cat, your hand would turn completely orange based off of the residue on their coat. Kind of like they're a big 4-legged Cheeto, which is pretty fun. I like that. Now from right here I can see a black rhinoceros against that very far left clay wall. There's also a female greater kudu up on the hill to the right. Let's see if anyone else is hanging out up here right now. I can tell that these are all female kudus because they do not have horns. Unlike the horns on the second black rhinoceros to our left. Can't really see him. We're just looking at his tail end up there, so he kind of looks like a big boulder. But that black rhino is probably about 3,000 pounds right now. Unfortunately, there's only about 5,000 of those rhinos left in the world, and that's just due to poaching. So a lot of people think that rhino horns contain a special magical substance that will cure anything from a hangover to cancer, but they don't. They're just made out of the same thing that makes up our hair and our fingernails, keratin. So it's not rare at all. On the left, we can see 2 saddle-billed storks, those beautiful birds. The one on the left is standing on her knees right now. So usually they're about 5 feet tall if they want to just stretch out that neck and stand on their feet. but the Safi River runs directly through the Little Ituri Forest. So we're going to cut down through the river next. It's the quickest way to the savannah, but it is home to some really dangerous animals. So just keep those eyes peeled. You never know who you're going to find down here. If you see any dark, shadowy objects under the water, it might be a Nile Hippopotamus. They've been known to be seen in these waters sometimes, but a lot of times they're just laying at the very bottom of the river. Ooh, yeah, we can see a few on the left over here, though. Ooh. Very, very cool. Now, typically, hippos like to sleep for the majority of their day. There's another one swimming over to them up here. They're nocturnal animals, and since they're so large and they have kind of weird sweat glands, not normal ones like we do, the best way to stay comfortable and cool is just to stay underwater. You can see a lot of fun birds too. There's a lot of black vultures. Up ahead, some pink-backed pelicans too. These pelicans get their name based off of the color that their back turns during mating season. It actually does switch to sort of a rosy pink, kind of like how all of you guys might blush if you see someone you have a crush on. Birds do the same sort of thing. And I hope those hippos didn't fool you. They are actually very, very dangerous. Second most dangerous animal in Africa. But the first is right below us, you guys. These are the Nile Crocodiles. They are huge. They're about 16 feet long. And I know this bridge sounds extra safe today, but we should keep moving. Crocodiles are what we in the safari community refer to as hunters of opportunity, which is a fancy way of saying that they're not picky eaters. And any animal or safari driver that falls in front of them might be their next snack. And honestly, I don't want to stick around for that, so let's keep moving. Luckily, I'm seeing the first sign of the savannah up here. On the right, that funny looking tree is a baobab. Looks like someone just stuck it in the ground upside down. But what a lot of people don't realize about baobabs is just how important they are to the ecosystem here in Africa. Those trees can hold up a bunch of water. Their trunk is completely hollow, so it's usually about 26,000 gallons of water. And the animals down here know about that. Animals just like the Hartman's mountain zebras and Maasai giraffes, they know that if they get thirsty, they can just head over to a baobab and drink through its roots just like a straw. I believe we'll see the zebras from a safe distance away from these rocks. Here on the left, I can already see Dakari, the male lion, on that center rock in the middle of all those trees. He's sleeping right now. I am not surprised. He likes to rest for around 20 hours a day. So they're sleeping all day. But if I have any wilderness explorers on board, that reminds me, you are riding the Simba 1. S-I-M-B-A and then the number 1. That's the name of this truck. So it's a code you'll need to collect your safari badge. Simba is a Swahili word for lion, and the main character from The Lion King. You can see a Bontabak on the right there. But speaking of Lion King, if Dakari looked slightly familiar to you guys, it's because he was actually used as the CGI model, so the animation model for Mufasa in the live-action Lion King that was just released. So if you rewatch that movie on Disney+, Mufasa's movements and structure will look a lot like Dakari back there. So humble brag, he's kind of a movie star. We're very proud of him. Another movie star on the left, there's a warthog up there. A few of our warthogs also helped with the animation for Pumbaa. And Pumbaa is a Swahili word for warthog. But it's kind of misleading. Pumbaa translates to foolish one, and that's not true. Warthogs are actually very, very intelligent. There's that Bontabak one more time. Also, some ostrich eggs in the grass, it looks like. Very exciting. I see some little ostriches running around here. I'm not seeing the mama anywhere though, which is okay because Honestly, the eggs can sort of protect themselves. Oh, just kidding, they're right here. Now one over.
Assalamualaikum. جيب لها الوردة جيب لها الوردة هانتي جيب لها الخف المعدن. He's gonna come all the way down here. Wait and see. Yeah. لا
I'm pretty sure not.
I wouldn't have a husband anymore. Your dad. Sit down.